Good Monday morning. Welcome to Ocala Talks on a Monday. That's right. If you've survived the weekend, we're glad. I know I've survived the weekend. It was a very good weekend for me. I got a lot accomplished this weekend. Galen Unall from Life South joins us, brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. I got nothing on this computer screen there, so, hey, I may not be able to take phone calls today, but I can take Galen's phone call. Galen, good morning to you.
Hey, what's going on, Tom? How are you today, my man?
Living the dream, brother, living the dream. I'm sure you're doing the same,
right.
You know. You wake up next to the most perfect person that you know in your life, you know.
Right.
So how can it be any better? My fiance, as I was leaving the house this morning, as I'm going out of the garage, she goes, "Have a good day." I said, "Any morning I wake up next to you is a good day. How can it be a bad day?"
Oh, look at you, man! Wow. Wow, that's nice.
I went somewhere yesterday for the first time ever, and I know it's because it's a new thing. It's a new deal, and so that's why you end up at these things. But I went to a gender reveal party yesterday. First time I'd ever been to one. You been to one of these things?
No, I'm old. I don't have any friends who are having kids.
Well, it's a buddy that I golf with, and it's his wife, and they had the gender reveal, and I got roped into my fiance who had picked a side. She knows our friends real well as well. She said, "We're team girl." So I had to don had one of my pink golf shirts on, and had the beads, the little pink beads.
Wait. You have to choose, like, what gender you want it to be?
Yeah.
Like a male team
Okay, hold on.
Female team?
Hold on. You asked me if I had to choose. I have no damn idea. I was told that we're team girl. I have no idea.
Man, life is so complex.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't know whether we had to choose or not. I was just told by my fiance, pink shirt, we're team girl.
All right. I'm glad this wasn't a phase when my wife was
Okay, by the way, secretly, because I know that my buddy wanted a boy, even though I was on the team girl side, I was pulling for a boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I respect that, man.
I did what my fiance wanted me to do. I wore the team girl shirt. I wore the team girl button, everything. But I had my fingers crossed. I was pulling for the boy.
All right.
So, and because my friend's an avid golfer such as I am, they teed it up, and he swung the golf club and smacked the golf ball, and it exploded into a color thing.
Right.
And everybody cheered, and he ripped his shirt off and ran around the yard like a crazy man because
been a boy.
The color was blue.
Yeah.
All is right in Mudville.
Well, the expectations for that poor kid just went up.
Oh, here's the thing. The reason I was pulling, and I said this to the guy's mother-in-law. I said it to him. I said I'm pulling for. I was pulling for a boy, even though I'm in pink. They were like, "Well, you're in pink. Why would you pull for a boy?" I go,
"Your head's in your bet."
Well,
you're just hedging your bet is all you're doing.
But the reason I was pulling for a boy, I made it plain and simple, and you'll know exactly what I mean. I go, now I can go with his dad. We can teach the kid to play golf and say words you're not supposed to say.
Sure. 10 years.
Yeah. What do I care? It's not my kid.
Yeah, that's right.
I can corrupt this kid for the rest of his life. It's not my kid.
That's right.
And if you're going to let me around him,
village.
If you're going to let me around him, that's your fault, not mine. You know who I am coming into it.
You're never going to see this guy again, huh?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because his wife likes me a whole lot. We actually kid with the guy. We actually kid with the guy that we invite his wife out to guys' night because she's more of a guy than he is.
We'll see.
This is one of those. Look,
man. Now she's mama bear.
Look, this is my buddy though, who puts cucumbers over his eyes and gets facials and gets manicures and pedicures. I don't know. Can he really? Should we take his man card? I think so, but that's just me. It's just me.
Absolutely, but your perceptions change once you become a father and your wife becomes a mother. You know, your what you watch on TV changes, what you listen to in the car changes. Yeah, everything changes. You start buying life insurance.
Which is
So,
exactly why I'm glad I don't have kids. Let's be honest. You know,
I understand.
I'm the greatest. I got the greatest of both worlds. I got 2 nieces and a nephew, fantastic kids. Well, my nephew's suspect. I'll be honest with you, but still, the 2 nieces are good kids, and I got to be the great uncle, you know, Uncle Tommy. Oh, here comes the fun guy. Woo! And then I got to leave him after I got him all hyped up on sugar and everything, and then I just bailed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, completely different. Doesn't matter. You know, no, my nephew, I remember I tried to get him to play baseball, and this was an epic fail. And he couldn't catch, and I mean, he's a musician, so, yeah. See, but if it's your child, you're like, oh yeah, I don't care whether or not you want to do this or not. We're doing it. You could force them to do things a little bit more. Yeah.
I'm trying to get YouTube up, and it won't. I mean, not YouTube, Skype up, and I can't get that thing to work this morning.
That's terrible.
It's always a problem. I won't be able to take calls at 622-9622. People will call in. I won't be able to take calls. Nothing I can do.
So what did you think about the golf tournament? I think we're putting off the inevitable.
I was talking about my buddy and his golf and the gender reveal. You're done with that?
Yeah, I found that pretty boring, actually.
I will tell you this, though.
Gen X, or that's a millennial thing if there ever.
I will tell you this, though. At this gender reveal, the one thing my buddy did that was strong, and you'll appreciate this, had the food truck hired that was in the driveway.
Yeah.
Food truck serving the briskets and the burnt ends and the Gouda mac and cheese and the Mima's potato salad.
All right.
I'm talking about strong. The brisket game was strong yesterday. He brought in this food truck called the Smoked Biscuit Company. I mean, the brisket was strong. He redeemed himself with ripping off the shirt and us seeing his man boobs. He redeemed himself by having the brisket strong. Strong brisket. Strong brisket game.
There's nothing wrong with that. I love good burn ends when they're done right.
Oh, and this burn ends are fantastic. This is one of these guys. The guy that owns this food truck. He went to Tavares and won like a food truck wars thing. And when I say he won it, he was like, well, I got first place, but I didn't get all the first place. I go, okay, what do you mean? He goes, well, we didn't get presentation. I go, which one did you get? He goes, we got taste. What the hell else you want?
All that matters. Yeah, the rest of that is all just show. Who cares?
You got number 1 in taste.
It's a food truck.
Yeah, you could put a pile of something that looks like, dead carcass on my rotting dead carcass on my plate. If it tastes good, I'm eating all of it. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Nobody's bragging about, wow, I won presentation.
Yeah.
Great.
Like I need an edible.
I want to know what it tastes like.
Like I need an edible orchid on my damn plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, amen, brother. Amen. Amen.
So
the food truck.
The brisket game was strong yesterday. I'll just say that it was strong.
All right.
Not as strong, though, as Lefty standing up to the entire field. And, I will be the first guy to say, not the biggest Lefty fan, but what he did yesterday, we haven't seen since 1986. And we didn't see it in 1986 because Jack was 4 years younger than Phil is.
Absolutely. I mean, Phil's my age.
Phil be 51 in a month. He's 51 in a month.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he was hitting the ball was just, I was like, wow. I remember, first of all, it's the PGA, and we all know how we feel about the PGA.
It's the 5th major.
I really didn't start watching it until Saturday. The golf course itself is kind of interesting.
Hold on.
It's
Whoa,
not a
whoa, 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 whoa.
classic
Stop. Hold on. We got to take a break.
Son,
We got to take a break. We got to take a break. Come back from break. We got to have this Kiowa Island argument. We got to go to break. We'll be right back after this timeout. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Veterans helping veterans.
Previously fungicide is dependent what vowels are to the English language. With it, disease control sind compult.
It couldn't be any clearer. Provosol fungicide is to peanut fields what vowels are to the English language. Without it, disease control isn't complete. Provosol fungicide from BASF is the missing piece you need to finish off disease. Always read and follow label directions.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Monday. Galen, you know, already ready to start a fight here on a Monday morning, saying that Kiowa Island was an okay course, but nothing special.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. All right. Okay. If you were to rank it in the
You know, it's hosting a U.S. Open in 4 years.
Yeah, I do. In 4 years, I get it. I know, but it isn't even in the top 50 of major championship golf courses.
I love Kiowa Island. I'm a little jaded though because I went to college an hour and 20 minutes from there.
College, yeah, I get it, but it's not. Don't, and I heard this like all over. It's like, oh, I'm like, it's not that special. I mean, if there was no wind, here's the honest truth. If it wasn't located next to the ocean, it would be a municipal course anywhere in any, town.
Well, it has some uniqueness to it.
The ocean.
One of the uniquenesses, no bunkers anywhere on the golf course. Somebody goes, what do you mean? I saw bunkers everywhere. Well, somebody goes, what do you mean? I saw bunkers everywhere. No, you didn't. You saw sand areas. You did not see bunkers. That's why they were able to swipe their clubs through the sand on practice swings.
Correct. Yeah, I get it. It's just, come on, it's not that big a deal.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
I'm not taking anything away from Phil because
But let me ask you this. With that being said, if it wasn't for it being the ocean course and right next to the ocean and the wind blowing, it would be a normal municipal course. Hello, Pebble Beach could be said the same way. If it wasn't for the ocean and the views of Pebble Beach, it'd just be a municipal course.
Pebble Beach is a much stronger golf course. Don't bring that, please.
They're both ocean courses. If it wasn't for the ocean, they wouldn't be anything but municipal courses.
First of all, the layout of Pebble Beach is 10 times better. 10 times better. Pebble Beach is a top 10 course in the country.
It is one of the top 10 courses in the country. I can't argue there.
In South Carolina.
See, and that's the problem. That's where your issue is. The issue is not with the course. You're like, how can it be one of the greatest courses in the country? It's in South Carolina.
No.
That's your problem. You're prejudiced against South Carolina.
No.
You hate South Carolina. Admit it.
I do, but it's for different reasons. Because every time I would drive to my grandma's house, you go through the paper mills on 95.
Oh, they're the worst.
and it's the longest section of road when you're driving to North Carolina. But you could argue it's not the best golf course in South Carolina.
No, Harbor Town's a better golf course.
Right, there you go. So
I'll give you that.
Point.
Harbor Town's a better golf course.
Pinehurst is better.
Pinehurst is in North Carolina, though. It's not in South Carolina.
I understand, but it's not that far away. So if you took a 100-mile radius,
the dunes,
island,
the dunes in Hilton Head.
Not even a top 10.
The dunes in Hilton Head are pretty good.
That's just fantastic.
And you're right. You got all of Myrtle Beach with all their golf courses. Yeah.
Correct. And Charleston's got some better.
Well, you've changed my mind now. I'll leave it alone.
It's not even a top 10 in that area. All that said, the way Phil Mickelson was driving the ball, he was unbeatable.
Hold on.
And Brooks
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Fell apart.
Hold on.
Fell off.
Wait a minute. The way Phil Mickelson was driving the ball, the way Phil Mickelson drove the ball when it counted, I'll give you that. From hole 13 through 18, when it counted, he was impeccable. He had only hit 5 fairways in his first 12 holes, but nobody pressured him.
On Sunday.
On Sunday.
No,
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, he was driving the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, but on Sunday when it counted, he only was 5 of 12 fairways, and then 13 through 18, he just buzzkilled him.
16, 17, and 18 are the only 3 holes that are really a challenge on that golf course.
17's really the main hole.
Agreed. It's a good finish. Like Copperhead has a better 3-hole stretch than this little island. I don't know. I was so sick of the commentators talking about this great golf course. It's not.
Are you ready for this?
It's something it's not.
Are you ready for this? From the text line. I can't tell you who this person is because it would devalue this comment by telling you who it is. Well, I can't tell their name on the air, but they sent me for this text. I've been to Kiowa. Galen's on drugs.
Okay, great. I'm not saying if I'm to play it, I'm not going to enjoy it. But what I said is it's not a top 50 championship course. It's not. I'm sorry.
I want to know.
It's not that great.
I want to address the question. I want to address the question. Are you on drugs?
Not currently. I'm not turning anything down.
I mean, if it was offered, I might. You never know. So, granted, I could name 50 golf courses that I would think are better golf courses than Kiowa Island. I'll give you that. But it was still a nice track to play the PGA Championship on.
Okay, all right. It wasn't great. It was nice.
Can you imagine how hard it's going to be though when the USGA gets a hold of it?
Well, now we're talking. What are they going to do for the first 4 or 5 holes to make it?
Fairway shrinks probably 5-6 yards. I don't know. I think the USGA calls everything bunkers.
I don't think they could do that.
Yes, they can. The USGA can come in.
They're laid out.
The USGA can.
They can do whatever the heck they
by
want.
the way, remember the USGA called a walking area where fans were standing a bunker and cost Dustin Johnson the U.S. Open.
That's true.
Okay.
Well, that's true. They just changed it. They just changed the rule.
I mean, people were standing in the bunker, supposedly a bunker, and Dustin Johnson got penalized. So USGA can do whatever the hell they want.
I don't know. I just don't get. I don't know.
But what Phil Mickelson did yesterday at 50 years old and 10 months, concentration-wise, that's got to be. I mean, I know how hard it is to concentrate in your 30s and your 40s. By the time you're 50, to have that kind of stellar, just steel-minded concentration for 4 days, that had to be the hardest thing he had to accomplish.
Well, you know what's interesting is that golf course is a lot of like he grew up playing in San Diego, though. Those kinds of courses.
Well, yeah, the wind and everything, but not the grass and everything. Yeah. But yeah, the wind.
No, well, the putting greens are so pure that it's a little different. But I think he was, and again, the greens themselves That's not what makes the course. The wind is what makes the course. And your tee ball is everything there. So I don't know. I wasn't that impressed.
I could tell right away you weren't that impressed because you know how? You said I wasn't that impressed with the golf course, not with the way with the golf course, not the way Mickelson played.
Played great.
And by the way, can we?
Nobody. You are right. Nobody challenged him.
Nobody.
When Brooks Koepka, when he tied it up, right? I'm like, oh, here we go. What does he do? He comes back with a double bogey, and Mickelson birdies it. Game over. And
then you thought Oosthuizen was going to make a run because he gets within one, and then he craps the bed. And you know who I thought was going to make a good run? And he did. He birdied the first 2 holes. He's from South Carolina. He's played that course hundreds of times. It's Kevin Streelman. And he just didn't do it.
I never looked at him as a real threat, though. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you're
who do I got to beat today? Kevin Streelman's not the guy you put on the whiteboard.
No. And again, when I looked at about 2:30, I'm like, all right, let me see what the leaderboard is. Nobody was jumping out at you.
Now,
and can we just go ahead and make it official that Ricky Fowler is the most overrated player in the history of golf? Can I just say that?
He's such a nice guy. I hate to do that to him.
I know.
Because he's really a nice guy. But he's a golfer that really languishes between 30 and 50 on the elite. He never. If you go back and look at the FedEx Cup points and everything, he usually makes it to the Tour Championship, but never competes for the Tour Championship. So he's in the top 30. But he's not really, and he's got the Players' Championship he won, but, lightning in a bottle. He's a very nice guy with a very good game who can't, on Sundays, his mind just leaves him most of the time.
Well, somebody compared him to Colin Montgomery, and I'm like, slow down. Slow down.
No.
Colin Montgomery was in a different class, and Colin Montgomery was I think he was number 1 on the European Tour several times.
Yeah, he won a lot of European Tour stops. I mean, he could come over here and play in the majors and all, but Colin won a lot. He won a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he got second 3 times?
And his Ryder Cups and everything, the way he would play the Ryder Cups, So here's the thing with Ricky.
By the way, that was another guy. That was a guy I didn't like.
Colin was that whole Yanks comment got me. So here's what we'll do. We'll take a break here.
By the way, it made the Ryder Cup incredibly interesting.
Oh, of course it did. Of course it did. In the way that's what I remember. What's his name? He made the putt. He run around the green wide open in '92, just all happy.
Not Olazabal.
No, it was an American, and Colin didn't like it because he had to still putt. Justin, I'll remember it in a minute. Anyway, we got to take a break. When we come back, I'll tell you why I think Ricky Fowler is an average golfer and why he doesn't care that people think that about him. We'll do that next. We're talking with Galen Unall from Life South. You're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
California Democrats are offering no candidate if Governor Gavin Newsom is voted out of office in his upcoming bipartisan recall election. Embattled Newsom is facing backlash to his hypocritical leadership. He's facing California's first recall in nearly 2 decades. A man has been arrested after calling a Maryland police department and threatening to kill police. The suspect showed up and attempted to run over several cops, then crashed his car through the station's lobby. The incident occurred around 9:30 p.m. Eastern in Havre de Grace, Maryland. That's about 40 miles northeast of Baltimore. 24-year-old Timothy